Hi everyone, Gavin Townsend here, personal trainer for over a decade now and eccentric wannabe entrepreneur for the last 16 years. Can you believe it? I've been working for myself since I was 14 years of age. I'm 30 this year and it's freaking me out. Mainly for the reason that I'm getting more and more hungry for success, but I've always been told success in one man's eyes is complete failing in another's. So by understanding your own success and your own goals, that's more important than comparing yourself to somebody else. I meet too many people who spend their lives comparing themselves against other people. Oh, I wish I was like this person, I wish I was like that person. The best type of person and character you can be is a better version of you. And each and every month I spend at least one night, it's usually at the start of each month, remapping out what I'm going to achieve for that particular month. This is why everything that I'm doing has such great momentum, and this is why in the last month we've been able to relaunch at Europe's biggest fitness expo for gym being. We've been able to successfully start the ball rolling for doing all the clothing and facilitating that for one of the biggest sports colleges in the UK today. We've also partnered up with some key collaborators and secured some more stockists and looked at taking on more staff, and that's just for one company. And personally I'm doing a lot behind the scenes for myself now. I feel it's important to at least have one day off a week. I've gone 6 months solid since Boxing Day not having a day off, so I've addressed that. It's been really important, and I feel it's really important that if you sit down and look at your short-term, mid-term and long-term goals, you'll achieve so much more than just drifting in life. I meet too many people who, as an example, it might be their weight loss goals or fitness-orientated goals, just go to the gym, do whatever, and never reassess what they're doing, never reevaluating what they're trying to achieve, never challenging that plateau. So the same can be applied to life goals as well. So I've got a lot of ambition. If you've met me, you'll know that I'm a bit crazy. The thing is, when people see you poor and you've got all this ambition, you're seen as crazy. When you start making money, everyone starts coming out of the woodworks and thinks you're mad. Well, some of my motivators come from what's on this notepad here, and it's called 5 grand's worth of invoices, which have to be paid tonight. So my motivator really comes from the fact that I've got a lot of ambition, but I've also got bills to pay. And again, goal setting could be a whole spectrum of things. It can be identifiable for, again, weight loss fitness goals. It could also be for something more personal to you. It could be a holiday, a travel. It could be saving. It could be, again, something business. But without actually identifying with what your short-term, mid-term and long-term goals are, well, it's great having a vision, it's great having a dream, but you can never reach it if you don't actually put those steps in place. So one of my goals 2 years ago was to have a sports nutrition and gym wear store, and obviously I started off with one small little shop and then identified that I could set up another little shop, but they ended up competing against one another. So I consolidated them both to a warehouse-like unit. We've got a shop and a PT studio now. And now we're progressing on to the likes of something in the city centre of Birmingham. And I also wanted to establish a solid brand, so I've started working with more strategic alliances, not just locally but nationally. And I've also identified with sports teams, sports individuals, and as a brand now we support thousands of people, both customers and individual athletes. So that was a massive goal for me. A dream of mine was to aspire to be like Under Armour. I love that brand, I've been wearing it all my life. And to actually team up with them, it was an amazing achievement. It wasn't part of my goal, it just happened to be one of those visionary dreams that was presented, and I just took the opportunity. And this comes on to my next point. It's great having goals, setting them short-term, mid-term and long-term, but also being flexible to what's important to you, to what matters to you really is key. Now, I've done a lot of travelling. I want to do more of it, that's important, but I've got priorities right now. My priorities are to my family, to my younger brother who's starting into the fitness industry, but also to the staff that I've got on board, but also the staff that I'm just about to take on board. So yes, it's been 6 months of graft, but it's going to be another 6 months of solid graft before I actually take a solid holiday away. Now this must sound crazy. Why doesn't this guy have a break? Well, simple fact is I've spent 16 years busting my gut working for myself, and now everything's coming together. And when you get to a point where you see yourself developing your brand at such a rate that you could do more sales in 2 months than you've done in the last 3 years, you really want to stay on top of that momentum. You want to put your foot to the pedal and just keep the momentum going. But again, without these short-term, mid-term and long-term goals, I wouldn't achieve where I am today. So if you've got a whiteboard, one great tip I can give you is identify with your goals. Now you might use it for your health and nutrition, which I do. You might use it for your personal goals, which I also do. And you might do it for your business or your professional goals, which I also do. By writing it down, by literally writing a tick list, I'm going to achieve this month, I'm going to achieve this by the end of this month, I'm going to achieve this in the next year, whatever. You can visualize what you're trying to achieve. Now, without writing it down, it's only a visual in your mind. It's great to have a reference out there that you can keep reporting back to, and it keeps instilling it into the back of your head until you finally achieve it. So the point is of this video, if you want to avoid drifting in life, create some goals, write them down, and go and bloody smash them. That's my pep talk for the week. I might do some more of these videos. I might not if I get a lot of views. But follow me on YouTube if you want. GavinTownsend.com, GM Townsend on YouTube. Thanks guys.